Wow. Okay, this is definitely not getting posted.
All right. So my name is Jeremy.
I'm Brady.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I always get... Never mind. I'm Sage.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm James.
Nice to meet you, James.
That's my middle name.
That's what you're going
I'm
by
just
this week?
letting all the stalkers out there know what my middle name is. So really just
Can
You've,
you give out your bank account information, social
I'm not sure
security
about
number?
that. I'll give out my address though.
Okay.
No.
Just Jeremy has pictures of the house of your house.
Yeah, he's a
I didn't take
he
the
has pictures
pictures.
from my front lawn.
The tax
you know how creepy
assessors.
that was?
The tax assessors took the photos, not me.
It was like 8th grade, and
You're a
he pulls
tax
up,
assessor, though, right?
Yeah,
he
I'm a
pulls
tax
up this
assessor.
photo on the computer in like Mr. like Cash's room or something, and it's like a photo from my front yard. I'm like, I have no clue.
Are there any police pictures of your house?
Police pictures.
police
What do you mean
pictures.
police
I don't know.
pictures?
If
Like
they-
from when they did a drug raid on your house?
I don't think those are like. I might be able to find some. I'm not really sure. I don't think I've told this story on the podcast. So like you saying there's a drug raid on my house is just gonna make everyone seem. You know,
Well, I mean, it was there 2 years ago when you guys still live there. That's why your sister doesn't live with you guys anymore because she's in the federal penitentiary now. So
it's really weird. They moved her to a jail in Louisiana. I don't know why.
Where she now works for Shell.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. We've said too much about me and my family already. Like, they know my middle name. They know like where my sister.
We've already talked
like,
about
I
your
don't-
middle name.
Do they
on the
know
podcast.
that your grandpa's living with you now?
No, now they do.
All right. Just wanted to get that out of the way.
Okay, so
do they know that you have sex with farm animals?
that's not everything else was true. That isn't.
Well, how do we know that?
Actually,
now you're just saying random things aren't
I don't have
true.
any farm animals anymore. They all died.
Yeah, because
years
you had
ago.
sex with them too much.
Yeah, I had sex with them when I was like a 10-year-old.
What?
You admitted it. We have it on record.
Wow, I'm
But-
learning more about him than I have in the past 5 years.
So your story about the drug raid on your house.
Okay, well, yeah.
I
it
was gonna-
was years before we lived there, and since my parents like built the house on the property, there was no house there. It was an old barn. But inside the old barn, there was a tunnel system underneath that you could get into from the barn, and it went underneath the fields on the property. So, and it just so happened that people grew pot in those tunnels underground. You want to know how the police found out there was weed down there? Just
God
guess.
damn it, Eric.
I would really like to.
Just guess. How did the police find out?
Well, I actually know, so...
Actually, everyone knows already.
This is why I said God damn it,
Yeah,
Eric.
Eric
Yeah.
is a...
Can you close the window?
Alex called it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Shut it on his head. Shut it on his head.
Hi.
So I believe it actually had something to do with helicopters and snow, maybe?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was like a police flyover or anything, but somebody noticed that during winter there was a snowfall over the fields and everything, but then it was melted in rows and like columns, where the tunnels were because like all the heat lamps down there, and then they figured out like all the electricity and everything, so they busted them. So
Are the tunnels still there? Or do they film it?
they are. The entrance was filled in.
But the
The
tunnels,
tunnels are still technically there. I haven't like attempted
We
to get into
should
them.
dig for the
we
entrance
need
of the
to
tunnel.
find them. Are they like
Well, the
concrete
entrance
walls?
is going to be completely buried.
Where is the entrance? Do you know?
It was in one of the stalls in the barn. That's where it's buried.
Okay. So like,
You're
Get
gonna break the blinds.
get the fuck out of here.
What are you doing, Eric?
I'm sorry, PG. Get the frick out of here.
He wants back in because he's not actually leaving yet.
Well.
You called it.
Like I said, I called it.
Yep. You guys didn't want to call him in.
So
I don't want
think
him annoying us from
I don't think we
outside.
said it yet, but this week we are the Fast Five,
The Jackson 5.
the Jackson Five,
The Jack Off 5.
the Jack Off Five,
The Black Five.
the Black Five.
Michael Jackson and the other 4 people.
Yeah.
I'm 5 years old.
So Alex,
Jeremy likes
um,
5-year-olds.
Wow! Man, dude. Jeez.
Okay.
At least let us
Somebody's
get warmed
going to
up.
need to let Eric in so he doesn't be annoying through the window and he can just sit on the couch quietly.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, go let
If you shut up and stay quiet, we'll let you in.
Sweet.
All right, where were we?
Okay. Your tunnels.
What about?
We gotta find them. We gotta get into them.
I'm not. We're not gonna do that.
I trust you, Sage.
He's going around. Go,
Why can we not do
Eric.
this?
Go.
No.
Why can't we get into the tunnels? Because it's gonna be a lot of work.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
It's gonna be a lot of work to dig and get into them.
I'm willing to put in the work.
I think it's worth the work.
Also, my parents are probably gonna be on board with the idea.
What's wrong with us trying to find the drug tunnels? I think your parents should be all on top of
It's a
that.
terrible idea. Those were not very steady, like nicely built tunnels.
That'll be safe enough.
If they haven't caved in yet, they're probably still good.
Nah.
So are these like 4 feet, like tall, like crawl space sized, or are they like actually you can walk through them? And come
I
through
can't. The only memory I have of like, I have a memory, and I don't know if this is like a false memory I've created or something, which is something we've talked about in psychology. But in my head, I have a memory of what they look like. Like I saw them once or something, and it's really like small, narrow, and like wooden beams and whatnot. So it is not very well put together.
So it sounds like an old mine shaft.
Yeah, I was gonna think.
yeah.
That's exactly what was going in my head when he said like beams and stuff. I was thinking, oh, is he a railroad?
That's
Is he
what
railroad
it.
tunnels?
Like that's what it. Like
It
if
can be melted by jet fuel.
that's the
Enough
image in my head
buildings.
when I think of that tunnel. But yeah. So now.
God damn it, Sage! Just go let him.
Actually,
in,
let him in. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking kill him. PG, sorry.
Just to open the things and flip him off.
Fuck off. Sage is gonna let you in.
Thank you.
Good.
Once again, we've told way too much information about me. Like now, they're gonna look up that police report and they're gonna find where I live. I'm fucked. PG, sorry.
I'm gonna look up the police report and see if I can find out.
I don't know if they're.
That'd be
it'd
pretty cool.
interesting if they have something. Because like it was a while before.
It was before police reports existed.
Back in the good old days.
Back when the sheriff just shot you when he was upset with you.
I thought you shot
Back
the
when
sheriff.
Our police department was corrupt.
It's okay.
Do you
as
know
lo-
about what year it was?
like 1968.
I don't. You might be able to look up the address and find it. I don't know. Jeremy, do your magic. You're good at that, right?
Yeah, start using your POS Mac.
Anyways, what
Ooh.
else can we talk about other than me?
On the board for podcast ideas, we have my cat.
Specifically your cat.
Specifically, my cat. Yeah,
So what about your cat?
my
Shut up and
cat
sit down.
is actually retarded and totally deaf. So it's really fun to just watch it sit in the corner and just stare at the corner for hours on end. And I just like crack up laughing. It's like, I gotta send you a picture sometime. It's great.
Make a
All right,
bank
so we
meme.
covered that.
We covered that. Next on the list we have so I wrote that we can get whatever we want. That's a fact. At this
Yeah.
school. Like there's this really nice speaker system that was in the gym and we were kind of like, "Wow, that doesn't get used. We want that." Now it's in the AMM room.
Are
Now
they
we
the
use it.
speakers that we use for the assemblies?
We don't use them for the assemblies anymore because I'm in charge of assemblies and I know how to use the sound system in the gym.
All right. Is that fixed now? Because I know last year it had issues.
Yeah, I mean I've had it running fine for the first two assemblies.
Sounds good.
I don't. When people say it was broken, I don't actually know what they meant by that
The
because
it was the input into the wall, that outlet over by one of the closets. It just like if you put in a cord, it made loud noises and not the noises that we wanted it to.
interesting, very interesting.
That's what I got about that.
Also other things throughout the school, like there was a barcode scanner. Saw it, wanted it, now it's ours.
And the couch.
That's different. That was given to us.
What happened to the second couch?
It's in the
Moved
drama.
it.
It's on the drama
There's
stage.
too much cocaine on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like the cocaine couch. It's very cushy.
It wasn't
it's-
cocaine. It was actually just crack. It was
yeah.
It was just crack.
Oh,
I'd
sorry.
like to think it was because I like to think I'm classy, but I'm not. $100 bills. You don't. There's no use for $100 bills for crack.
Hey, no one ever smoked. No, fuck, I already fucked up. No one ever sucked dick for weed.
I feel like you're wrong. Jeremy, were you gonna say
What?
something?
What does Jeremy have to say? Jeremy, come back to your mic and let us know.
How many dicks have you sucked for weed?
He's got a good story for this one.
What happened to PG?
Like I said, we're not a PG podcast.
Yeah, we are.
No, we aren't.
If we stop like saying non-PG things, then we're PG.
Or
Yeah,
we,
but that's the problem with us.
Or we could just say like, fuck that.
I'm
let's
saying
not be
we're
I'm
actually-
staying PG for the rest of the podcast.
All right. Little known
Irish
fact: we were
people.
actually in the same section of YouTube that Elmo is. So
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, the
Educational.
Hopefully, little kids.
No,
can jump
he's
start
talking
and
about
download
the,
us.
he's not talking about YouTube. He's talking about the child pornography websites.
what child pornography website, Sage?
What?
I'm going to stay out of this one.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that either. I'm just assuming that there is some people.
Can we restart the podcast?
And
Yeah,
our podcast
all right.
falls under
Hey
child
everyone, I'm
pornography.
here. It's Jeremy Miller.
Like, I don't know if
I'm
I
not
want that
restarting.
much
We're 12
information about
We're
me.
12
all
minutes in. I'm
I'm
not
jo-
restarting.
Brady, I'm joking.
Or we could just like bleep out that part for
Yeah,
the
the
love
whole
of God.
beginning. How about that?
Can
yeah,
we-
like 5 fucking minutes?
Can we
Also, like for it to matter, you would actually have to upload podcasts.
Yeah,
Ooh.
this probably won't be. We'll probably be at the end of the year, and I'll probably go. I should really upload all those.
Uploads all of them in one day.
We gotta upload them, or else we won't be able to take them with us.
You should, Jeremy, go back to the sucking dick for weed. You said actually, I'd like to.
Miss out
I'd
miss
like
out
to
on that
elaborate.
part with
No,
Elmo.
I don't know anybody who has ever sucked dick for weed.
See, there you go.
But
Let-
all right, so think about this: how much does a blowjob cost?
I don't know. According to Grand Theft Auto 5, it costs $25.
Save that number on the top of your head. Like, I'm saving $25 from this bank robbery to go right down the road.
Well, I think that's probably a pretty good gauge. I don't know.
I mean, it probably depends on the quality of the whore that's blowing you.
You know what?
And,
Just the quality of the blowjob too. I mean, like, cause you can have like a good blender, but it can make shitty smoothies.
Right.
Like, if you feel me?
So you're saying like someone without teeth would give a better blowjob than someone with teeth?
Yeah, like a blender without blades makes
Yeah.
better smoothies.
Why do you want your blowjob to have blades?
I'm talking about smoothies and blenders here.
We've gotten ourselves into a really deep hole.
Yeah, we have.
So,
Speaking of blowjobs, homecoming.
Yeah. Good segue. So,
So 4 of us went to that.
yeah, we did.
Alex's odd one out.
Yeah.
You did? Sage was at homecoming?
Yes, I was at homecoming. You actually said hi to me.
I could pick you out in the photos I was looking at.
I'm trying
for
to remember
homecoming
what you were
because of your
wearing.
afro. Just
Sage went alone to homecoming. Well, you went in a group.
With
Yeah.
with who? Who else?
Your mom.
Ooh!
Correct.
Oh!
You know,
Oh!
good for you.
Thank you. No, but I went with a group of very Christian people.
Who'd you go with?
We do names on this podcast. It's okay.
Right. Okay.
Even though we said at the
Pablo-
beginning we wouldn't. And then
Pablo-
that,
Yeah, we're
threw that
pieces
out the
of
window
shit.
because people are.
Oh, so you were with
bad at-
Cameron and Pablo and
No, Cameron didn't go.
oh,
I
Everyone
went.
went paintballing.
Yeah.
Did he buy a ticket?
No, he did not.
Right.
So I went with Cameron and Pablo.
so Pablo and
I went with Pablo and a kid I forgot his name
That's good.
and
Shout out to that guy.
Brandon. Yeah, Brandon Fanton. I don't know if you guys know who he
Was
is.
his name
Brandon Fanton. That's his name.
the kid's the name you forgot?
No. Brandon Fanton is this like really rich
is he,
conservative
related to
asshole.
Eric and no, is it Corey?
Yeah,
Corey, yeah.
the Fanton brothers.
Okay.
I think he is. I don't know. I was just guessing on that one actually.
And also with a couple of other people that I don't like.
Any girls?
Yes, there were girls. I assure you of that. But they were like, not fun girls.
Are you talking about their attractiveness when you're talking about how fun they are?
No, I'm just talking about like.
So you're actually talking about how fun they were,
Yes,
not their attractiveness.
it was pretty boring.
But if you did have to rate their attractiveness,
On a scale of what?
1 to who's the hottest person you can think of?
Ray Narvaez Jr.
1 to
Hot female.
1 to.
1 to Ray Narvaez. 1 to.
Mila Kunis?
yeah, Mila Kunis.
1 to Mila Kunis.
Oh, I don't really consider her to be
You
hot.
can use farm animals.
Okay, what about like Beyonce?
1 to a cow.
That's
Just
Alex's
like going
scale.
down negative.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
You said earlier that you used to when you were like 10 years old.
No, I didn't.
You know, you specifically said that.
No.
I remember that too,
Want
and
me
I
to prove
didn't
it?
even know you guys.
It's recorded.
Damn it.
I'd say most of them
Just
were
sarcasm,
like
you motherfuckers.
a.
PG, sorry.
Most of them were like a. Probably say an ampersand
Oh.
on a scale of 1 to
Cow?
scale of 1 to cow. Yeah,
I like it.
But
You saying they were curvy, like an ampersand, or are you saying they were a 7 out of 10 because that's what ampersand is on the keyboard?
neither of those things are correct.
Oh, okay.
All right, moving on to Brady's experience. How was yours?
My experience. Well, I had a date.
Yeah, you
So
did.
that's
Was it a date?
It was a date
Seemed to be.
day.
Did you put it in her dumper?
No. I did not.
I wouldn't call it a date then.
Yeah, you going on a lot of dates, Jeremy?
So is this
Date,
one
he's
actually
referring
going
to
to get
date
posted?
rape.
Oh, right.
This will probably.
Yeah, it'll get posted.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't
sounds
think
good.
so.
3
At
years.
this rate. There's already so
God.
many things that we don't want posted in this.
What? There has been nothing horribly bad.
Maybe we
I
should
said that you like
rewatch these.
5-year-olds. Alex says that he fucks animals.
Which neither of those things are true, so there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
Brady didn't put it in her dumper, so
Okay, so
That's
now
true.
we're not gonna use your name now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say names.
No.
But if
You
she
can't use
watches
Dumper's
this, she's
name.
going to
You
know
the thing is,
immediately.
if I ever do post any of these podcasts, I did say it on the podcast, one of the previous podcasts.
A disclaimer.
Did say your name.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
works.
yeah, you
That'll
did.
work out.
Just never post them. That's really
I
it.
probably won't.
Yeah, I know how lazy you are.
Again, going
Yeah,
back
I'm
to
a piece
last
of fucking
week.
shit. I'm sorry, BG. Piece of
Yes.
freaking shit.
Yeah. You're supposed to change it when you say it the second
He
time.
did.
I did.
hey,
piece of frickin'
so
crap.
what was the date like?
Well, went to dinner, then went. Here.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go to dinner?
Ixtapa.
I knew
I
that.
thought
Why
were
didn't you
gonna
go
go
to
to
Contos?
They were fucking busy. It was like a half-hour wait.
Frickin' busy.
They were just busy. You don't have this. Like, you don't have to exclaim how fucking
Okay,
busy they
and
were.
how was bowling afterwards?
You went bowling?
Yeah.
Who'd you go with? Just her?
No, I went in a group.
He actually went with me and the rest of my group too.
Hey
Yeah.
Tyler, what'd you do after homecoming?
I had a rough night. That's what I had.
Like
that's
a
what
rough
I did.
bow chicka bow wow?
No,
Or
not a rough bow
Like
chicka
you
bow
put it in
wow.
her dumper, rough?
No.
like she put it in your dumper
Oh
rough?
wait, no. It was like a rough, like a dog, like Eric just said.
Oh, so you're
Into
you're into
bestiality, huh?
furries, okay?
Like,
No.
okay, so like rough,
That's
like.
Alex's kind of night.
Whoa!
Where'd that? I don't even know.
You're the one that.
I was
you
gonna
said
say like
did
you had a
with
rough
animals.
night, like I don't know, you got drunk and then you started experimenting with heroin and then you woke up like on a bender on the street, like with nothing but your like box. I'm gonna stop that.
Not even boxers, like just a thong.
That seems
yeah.
very oddly specific.
Stop.
Was that your Saturday night?
Nope.
That's his every night.
Weekend nights
Eat,
only. I gotta
sleep,
get this.
rave,
school-
repeat.
Oh, right.
Eat, sleep, rave, repeat.
It's become a cultist chant, not a song anymore.
So back to my night. It actually after homecoming.
Wow, way to be pretentious, asshole. Okay, Tyler, let's hear about your night.
Yeah,
Oh,
how's your
thanks,
night
No,
Sage.
going?
we were.
Well, my night it started with getting to the bowling alley.
That's where your night started?
Well, okay.
Where did the-
Okay, so you want me to start before homecoming? You asked about after homecoming. All right,
Just
so
go through the.
you know, I went golfing Saturday. That was a good way to start the day. That was fun.
Did you tell him that you were going golfing for homecoming?
No, I wasn't golfing for homecoming.
But you should have told him that.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I was not golfing for homecoming. I was golfing just to golf. I enjoy golfing.
Could you do it alone or with your date?
I went with my dad, who was not my date.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
But I golfed. I went home and I got ready to head to my friend Griffin's house.
And you should also speak a little louder.
Oh, just tip the mic up so it's
Or
I
do
went to my friend Griffin's house and washed my car because my car was kind of messy. Don't want that on homecoming night. And got
because
dressed.
you're gonna make it messy, right?
Oh yeah. No. So I washed my car and I got my date. Took some pictures. Went back to Griffin's house.
How much did she cost?
How much did she cost? $0. It was a mutual hey, let's go together.
So
it was
it's
good.
like you gave her a ride home one day and then she's just like, yeah, I'll blow you.
No.
What? So we know how Sage got his date to homecoming now.
He
didn't.
Yeah, his lack of that.
They said no to the blowjob, so that's where it stopped.
Yeah, that's
No,
that's,
Sage said no to the blowjob.
Brady already had a date, so
Where were we? Back,
So I went back to Griffin's house, took some more pictures with the rest of my group. It was a good sized group. There were some pretty people. We went to the Ram for dinner. It's a pretty nice place. Lots of good food.
Do they have actual goats and stuff?
What?
Like rams? They have real goats?
No, actually, I didn't see any.
did
Maybe
they?
had some in the back.
Is that? I think. Is that where they That's the Dodge dealership, right?
Yep. We ate a Dodge Dart actually for dinner.
Wow. During
Seems a little
my
light
dinner,
in you.
my date
but, you
was she liked to go through Snapchat and look through everything, and she tried to figure out where you guys were based solely off the pictures.
So that was just you two, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all the dates in my group, they were all on Snapchat looking at pictures of everyone else at homecoming and basically doing the same thing. Be like, oh my God, what restaurant are they at? And oh my God, they're so pretty. Oh my God, she looked ugly. And it
if
was
I'm ever on a date
wow.
and that bitch is on a phone,
Another.
I knew that was a joke the moment that Alex, and he said if I'm ever on a date.
You know,
if I'm
Alex,
ever on a date and that bitch is on a phone, there's gonna be problems. That is.
that's a very valid
Sorry,
point, but
PG. I'm sorry.
She's gonna look up from her phone and you leave her there with the
I'm gonna
dough?
take it. I'm gonna put it in a glass of water, or I'm gonna throw it somewhere.
Hey, how about this? Go one step further and throw that bottle of wine that's in the ice there at her.
Looking at your phone for a little bit is fine. If you're going through Snapchat and looking at Instagram and shit, and it's what the fuck are you doing? I'm
you
trying to
obviously
talk
don't
to
know
you.
how
Listen.
either of those work.
It's like-
You were just side scrolling.
I don't care. Maybe she's
It's
on
like-
fucking Tinder. I don't know.
Isn't that how Tinder works? You
You're
use
actually
it
on
on
a gay
dates?
date and your boyfriend's on Grindr.
Exactly. Anyways, but that's just okay. I'm done with my rant. But back to you.
So, I agree with that though. It's you should not be on your phone while on a date, but at the same time, it was kind of like a group date, and it was not really a date, and it was kind of a different.
It's more
dynamic.
acceptable in a group setting.
It was a lot more acceptable because it was an activity they were doing. But anyways, we had Ram. I had mac and cheese for dinner. That was good.
What kind of mac and cheese?
The Ram's mac and cheese with bacon in it. It was nice.
Was there anything particularly delicious about this mac and cheese?
He's referring to the semen.
No, it wasn't as good as the last time I had their mac and cheese. I was kind of
That's
disappointed.
a shame. Should I write a letter to corporate?
Yes, please. Make sure that they know that the one in Smoky Point, or
Should
not
I
Smoky
kill
Point,
myself
by
for making
Tulalip
sex
is trash.
All right.
So then we went to the dance after that. I had a great time at the dance. That was fun. And I went bowling with Brady. That was an interesting experience because I showed up and some of my friends had already showed up. I made the reservations, and they told me that instead of having 2 lanes, we had 1 lane, and that 2 people couldn't bowl because they wrote the reservations down wrong.
Yeah, that almost didn't work out very well.
Yeah, so my date was like, hey, I guess I won't bowl if that happens because I don't need to. And I was like, whoa, no, that's not how this works. And I went up there and I basically told the lady, hey, I made this reservation, fix it, or I'm going to be pissed. And she told me that they didn't have room for us to have 2 lanes. And then the rest of the night, there was about 6 open lanes. So I was like, okay, you're a dumb idiot.
Also, we did get 2 lanes.
And we did get our 2 lanes because I was not walking away with a no.
I want you to walk me through the situation. I'm actually curious about this now. How
Okay,
did you get the 2 lanes?
So I called Friday afternoon and I was like, "Hey, do you guys do reservations?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do. When do you want to do it?" And I was like, tomorrow, like the Midnight Bowl. I want 2 lanes, preferably for 8 people." And she's like, "Oh yeah, no problem. You'll get 2 lanes. We don't do more than 6 people in a lane." Okay, sounds good. Blah blah blah. My name's Tyler. Bye bye. And I walked back into the school because we were decorating for homecoming, and I saw someone and I was like, "Hey, are you guys supposed to be going bowling?" And they said they decided yes. It took a while because they're indecisive.
I like that
And
word.
So
Oh, wait,
finally-
no, I don't know if I like that word.
I hate you, scumbag.
Were they cops? I don't think
Bro,
they
that
were
was me
cops.
being indecisive. About the word indecisive.
Shut up!
We understood
So-
the joke. It just wasn't very good.
So I call back, and I get the same lady, and I'm like, "Hey, can I make my reservation for 10 people? Because we're going to have 2 more." And she says, "Yeah, no problem. You got 10 people, 2 lanes. See you at midnight." Or actually a little earlier to register. Or not register, but like
okay,
check in.
Okay, we got it.
And I had to stay late for decorations, which is why I wasn't the first one there. And my friend Griffin walks up when I show up to the bowling alley. He's like, "Hey, we only have 1 lane, and we can only have 8 people all on that same lane because that's what they had the reservation under." And I'm like, "No, it's not. I made the reservation last night, and I guarantee that it's for 10 people on 2 lanes." And so I basically waited in line, got to the front, and the lady tried to tell me no. And I just said, "This is what I made. I can give you the name of the person that messed it up, but I am getting my lanes."
Did you quote unquote slap a bitch?
No, I did not.
Oh. All right.
I think she realized I was angry and that I was going to get even more angry if she just tried to say no more. Then I may have, quote unquote, slapped a bitch.
Okay. Going on.
That would have been a much more interesting night if you slapped.
Just taking a bowling ball, like, pow, like Tom and Jerry style. All right, Jeremy, you want to fill us in on your night?
Sure. Dinner was Lombardi's, along with the group dates that you guys or that you went on. We saw a group of Granite kids at Lombardi's. It was the juniors. What?
So you want to know something about Lombardi's?
Yeah, go for it.
So most of my homecoming group was, excluding myself because I did not go to prom last year, they went to prom in a group together last year. The guys did, with different dates, some of them. And their dates for prom last year went back to Lombardi's in that group with other dates. And I just thought that was interesting that they chose to go to the same place with different dates.
It's just a mix and match, like a swap meet sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
A swap meet. That's a good way to put
Yeah.
homecoming and prom.
Yeah.
Found Jeremy's photo for homecoming.
That's a good-looking photo.
No.
You look like a Mormon.
You do.
Yeah,
He also looks slightly crazy.
Except you look like an unhealthy Mormon.
I was gonna say just you look like a serial killer, but then I realized something. Like it's one of those cases where like the people in the couple are both serial killers,
Right.
like, working together.
Oh, so
Yes.
it's like the two of us are gonna like kill. We're gonna go to like a hotel somewhere and then kill everybody in the hotel.
That's just like mass murder. Like I'm talking methodical overtime. Like, serial killer.
Oh, like the hitchhiker murders where we pick up a hitchhiker and then
yeah,
we
there
kill
you
him.
go. Really fun couple activity.
Hey, you could do that like
Yeah,
I
this is
highly
Granite.
recommend it.
This is coming from Alex Turner, marriage counselor.
I wouldn't say I'm a very
Fun
good-
couples activity, hitchhiker murder. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'm not gonna say that led to her being my ex, but you know, yeah.
X marks the spot where she was buried.
So, Alex, since you did not go to homecoming, what do you do on your Saturday night?
I didn't do much on Saturday. I mean, I did stuff on Friday, but that was about it.
What'd you do?
We went to the homecoming game, live streamed that. That was all right, and then went with like a majority of the cross country team and a few other people to Buffalo Wild Wings. First time I've been there. That was pretty fun. I think we ended up staying there until like 1 o'clock because you get there with like 12, 13 people, and then you don't get your order for like another hour.
That's why they have the trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you get the tablets?
No. I realized like I'm not a loser, and I'm gonna watch like actual sports because I don't do that at home. So I'll be a loser at home, and I'll watch.
Do you have to
actual
pay for
sports
the
when I'm-
tablets?
No, probably not.
The tablets are completely free.
I know.
Yeah.
But so then we did betting on MMA matches.
And you won
I
$16?
I won 3 in a row, and I just got the one guy that was actually betting against me. I beat him the first time.
Jaden
he wanted
Yaretz.
to do
Shout out.
double or nothing, and then I beat him again, and then I wouldn't like do another money bet with him because I didn't want to take all of his cash, so he couldn't pay for his dinner. So, and then I won the third one, and then today I also won another bet against him. I'm just clearing Jaden out of all his money.
All of
Shout
his
out,
Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
shout out to our number 1 fan and our only listener.
The only
Yeah,
person.
he's like the only person that ever listens to us.
We need to give him like a gift
Netherlands.
basket
Yeah,
or something.
that won me $5 saying Netherlands.
I think my favorite thing about Buffalo Wild Wings is the trivia there. Like their food's okay. Like I enjoy the wings, but I enjoy the trivia way more than I should.
What's so special about it?
I just enjoy trivia, and
You know what, Tyler? I think if there's any questions that you have a possibility of answering, like you like Jeopardy,
I love Jeopardy.
and Knowledge Bowl is a big thing,
Yes, that's Team Jeopardy, and it works.
and you also love the trivia at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
I'm sensing a pattern here, Tyler. Does this need to be an intervention?
Please don't. I would like to continue answering questions.
Go on.
That's what everybody.
Try
That's
to
what
get
everybody
on.
says.
What is it? Jeopardy, Junior Jeopardy, or
There's kids, teen,
Kids,
college,
teen.
and normal.
get on teens.
You know, I've actually
Get on,
been-
kids.
I'm too old for kids, and I'm about to be too old for Teen Jeopardy. I'm really hoping that they'll open up the applications soon, because they don't like always take applications, and I've been waiting actually for a few months for them to open it up so I could do that.
I would watch it if you were on there, just so I could like be like, hey, I know that kid.
I think it'd be really cool because if I could get on there, I'd get money towards college, and that'd be nice.
Free
Money's-
cash.
Do they get like? Does the money go towards college directly? Is that what they do?
Or does it say you have this much to any, like a
Uh,
scholarship to any college that you want to go
As
to?
far as I know, when you do it for kids and Teen Jeopardy, whatever you win is money, like a scholarship for college, basically. And I believe the same thing with college is that money goes toward your education or other things like that.
Any your housing or your books. or
Uh-huh.
your
Any
food
like
or-
housing is considered college related expense.
Yes.
So yes.
Like I don't like that because I'm like, how am I going to take my winnings and like use it as capital to start my own like drug business? Like how?
Right, you run into
Well,
that
you're-
problem a
You
lot.
take that student loan that you took out and you just use that money
Okay, perfect
for the drugs.
No, that'll work.
That makes
Drugs are essential for living in college, right?
yes.
I mean,
Uh,
they're something you have to buy.
Yep, that's an expense you have to account for when trying to pick out a college. Like,
How much do the drugs cost around it?
Yeah, on
Right,
the
like
East Coast,
what's-
drugs cost more than on the West Coast.
right, and you're gonna have probably the cheapest prices are gonna be in LA, where you have like direct access to the cartels' inputs into the U.S.
Do you know where LA is?
LA is the largest
in-
city.
It's in like southern Texas, right?
Oh nope, actually, common misconception. It's in southern Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
Southern Florida.
That's why you can get to Mexico so easily from there.
Yes.
Jump right from Florida into the Gulf
Well,
of Mexico.
I don't think I've ever heard a good thing about Florida. Like anything I hear out of
Oh.
Florida is terrible.
So I figured out why the news and stuff always has like crazy things from Florida.
Because Florida's crazy.
Because
It's-
everyone's on bath salts.
Close. Both of those things are really close. It turns out that there's actually the crime rates and stuff in Florida actually aren't any higher at all. The only thing different is that there's a law in Florida that says any arrest records are 100% public, and they're posted to the county website immediately when that person is arrested. So
Someone casually browsing the internet.
yeah,
just,
so
like,
when
finds these-
news departments and stuff don't have anything to do, they can just look at the arrest records for their county.
Oh, what's going on
Find
down
the
in Florida?
craziest one and then make a story about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
They could find the sanest one and make a story about it just
No one would
fine.
watch that.
It's
story.
Florida. I'm sure the
So-
sanest thing that people get arrested for.
That could really ruin someone's reputation. If you got like falsely arrested, like
Oh yeah, no, it's the worst.
that's a terrible idea.
Move to Florida. You'll get falsely arrested and you'll have a horrible life.
Sent to Cuba. Wait, no,
Endorsed by-
reversed. Reversed. People get sent from Cuba. My bad.
I'd go to Cuba.
So, what's the deal with Cuba right now? Like,
I want to go there.
can we go there yet?
Yeah, we can go there.
You can go there, yeah.
But I'm serious. Like, what is
Frowned
the
upon.
what?
What?
Did you say raft on down?
Frowned upon.
Oh, okay.
Like jerking off on an airplane.
It just seemed like it'd probably
Wait,
be
that's a
weird
bad
to the
thing?
local. Is that from The Hangover?
Because at one point when you went there, and if you came back to the U.S. with a Cuban stamp in your passport, you would get a huge fine, and sometimes they wouldn't let you re-enter.
It was was it considered treason, or what? Not treason,
Something
it
like
was
that.
Something
pretty
like
sure it was like
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like conspiring with the enemy or something like that.
Conspiracy to treason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, we all have internet. Let's look it up. But yeah, you would get that just for going to Cuba and
You-
coming back.
You know,
So you just go, don't come back.
I've known a lot of these guys for a long time, and Alex, do you remember in 6th grade when we planned a trip to Cuba?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That was great.
And Mr. Holland totally shot our dreams down.
I know. It was.
Me and Alex, it was like the end of the year, and we had to make like a travel plan or something. We had X amount of dollars, and we had to figure out where we wanted to go and all these requirements. And me and Alex were like, "Hey, let's travel together. Let's go somewhere." And so we're like, "Let's go to Cuba." And we didn't know that you weren't really supposed to do that. So like we like planned it all out. We had a resort. We had all these different things. And we go up to our teacher and we're like, "Hey, we're gonna go to Cuba." And he's like, "No, you can't do that." Well, we're 6th graders, and like you can't just shoot 6th graders down like that. That's just mean.
You can. There's been a lot of school shootings, actually.
Wow. Okay, this is definitely not getting posted.
Those will get posted in 20 years when there's hopefully less school shootings.
Or when there's just so many, it's
You know-
just so common that no one cares.
I don't know if school shootings will ever not be a thing.
They absolutely won't.
I feel like they're in vogue right now, but I feel like they'll always be a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shootings
you
in
never
general
hear
always
about
be a
school
thing.
shootings from like 1910, so I don't see what the big deal is now.
Well, that's because people weren't idiots back in 1910.
Well, even though their education was a lot worse, they weren't idiots.
Yeah.
Logic.
I like it. I like it.
See, a lot of people nowadays, they just don't have the common sense or the actual like life skills that people need, and that's kind of where we're going wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was just a van that went by, and
Was it white? Did it offer free candy?
it was white, but it had.
Hey, Jeremy, someone stole your van.
It was the company my dad used to work for,
Oh.
and then some stuff happened, and then they fired him, and then the company ran into the ground basically. So
Good job. But
yeah.
Going back to the thing about you said about life,
Speak up.
my I'm sorry.
What?
I haven't had enough Coke today.
Wait, cocaine or Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola, obviously. We're PG here.
Sure. Going back to that, I think we should have no longer have public school systems.
All private.
Yeah, so that people that want to go to school and learn have to pay to go to school and learn and are not forced by a law.
What about instead
I
of
don't think so.
no public schools? How about no mandatory schooling?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why do you not think that's
Well, like, even if they drop out, like, most of the time in this day and age, they're gonna get to at least high school, and you want those people to have at least that basic understanding, because there has to be people to do those like really menial jobs that no one else wants to
what
do.
if we had mandatory schooling through junior high?
or through 8th grade?
That's similar to like the European system.
Yeah, they have
And
where
look
they
at
have
them.
like you take like a test or something and they apprentice
Wow.
you to people.
Europe.
Europe is better than us.
I wish I lived in Europe.
Yeah.
It'd be so much better than U.S.
Or at least Canada. Canada's like
Particularly
the
Germany, right?
American Europe.
Yeah.
About
You
a
know,
few
with the
decades
way
back.
the U.S. has
Yeah.
been going, I might move
So
to Canada.
Canada is like America on easy mode.
Canada's American easy.
Would you say that's true?
He said
I
Canada
would say-
is easy. Like,
I'd say
the
Canada
girls from
is
Canada.
America in non-autistic mode. Like, Canada's Americanized England. So no, Canada is a American. Canada
Spit it out, man.
is a combination of England and France with the perks of America without the not perks of America.
You know your history. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
English and
Well,
France.
Jeremy, the way you said that, like on easy mode, it made me think like, if you could pick like one, like video game feature to have in real life, what would it be?
One video game feature.
Wanted meter.
I know exactly what mine would be.
What was it?
Quick save and quick load.
Exactly.
Oh, I like it.
They're like-
exactly.
So I can't like. I want you to challenge you to like come up with a better one than that. But that is so good because you can do anything with that.
Hey.
Quick save. You like even in a conversation, you don't want to like screw up. You quick save, go through the conversation, see where you screw up, quick load back, and you go through it.
You know what?
The only problem is like if you save at a really bad time.
Yes. If it like
Well-
auto saves you right before. You
No auto saving.
That's why you
Okay.
you just always save like all the time, and then you're able to go back to the.
But there has
old
to be a
saves.
limit to like you can't just
I mean, you can't keep all of them.
You can't do a
but-
quick save and 2 weeks later do a quick load. So what? I mean, there has to be some.
You
sort
could
of
do
restriction
that.
on it.
I mean, I would say that like you can't like have a ton of old saves.
Like
Just
what
like
if
one
what if it
one
was
quick
like
save.
when you went to sleep, your quick save was gone
Mm.
because that puts a 1 day limit on it, which I think is because usually
overpowered?
with quick saves, if you quit the game, sleep, you lose your quick save.
What games? Like Skyrim keeps quick saves. Other like Bethesda
Kerbal
titles.
Space Program. Use quick
Okay,
saves.
well that's Kerbal Space Program.
Greatest game of
You
all
asked
time.
for-
Physics, that's
you
a
asked
physics
for a game.
simulator.
I think that another good one would be respawn. Like you could do so much stupid stuff and just respawn.
You could actually win the Darwin Award multiple times.
What's the Darwin Award?
It's the reward like you get for like
If someone
killing
dies
yourself
really,
like an idiot.
yeah, if you're just really dumb.
Oh, so it's like a survival of the fittest. They weren't fit enough, so they get a Darwin Award.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they
It's
if
like a
they,
runner-up
if they
to
were able to
life.
kill themselves in our incredibly padded society in like the way that Darwin meant it, like
Just like, if
survival.
they're really stupid. Like
Like I decided to mess with like a grizzly bear or something, and I'm like poking fun at it, and it kills me. Like,
or if like
of course,
you were making toast in your bathtub. Except you have to be something more fantastic than that. Like
if you were like blow drying your hair while with your feet in the bathtub and making toast as well.
well, no, I'm thinking more like
While telling a woman to calm down.
that's not you killing yourself. That's her killing you.
or like you're because it's got to be fantastic. So you're in your private swimming pool, right? And you've got this. Oh, I got it. Duh. You drive your Tesla into a swimming pool.
There you go.
That is how you
Would
win a
that-
Darwin Award.
Would that
Or that'd be the coolest death ever. But you know.
would that?
I don't know if that
electrocute you?
electrocute you though.
Teslas, I want to say they run off 12 volt. So no.
12
In
volt.
my head, when I
a DC power, it would take a lot more than what Tesla would possibly have. A Tesla would at most have a couple hundred volts.
that reminds
DC,
me
it
of
would
like
take more than
my
that.
kid thoughts. Like as a kid, I was like, what if like someone drops a toaster in the ocean? Does everybody in the ocean get fried? It's
Everyone
like,
immediately dies.
or like, it's just like I mean, you get electric if it's water and electricity.
You know what?
so-
I think all the drivetrains, or like the whole drivetrains, which includes the battery power for any Teslas that are completely sealed. So unfortunately, driving a Tesla into a swimming pool would not kill you from electricity.
You know, I think that if you drop a toaster into an ocean, it's not going to shock everyone in the world. But I think if it did, I think that might be the quickest way to kill
Commit
off,
genocide?
just to do population control.
Kill them Australians. Fucking
Yeah, because
surfing.
all Australians are in the water 100% of the time.
Oh,
I like it.
I think that a good feature to have that's from video games in real life, which is probably going to be the greatest feature ever. It's a little tilde key that I can press and get command. Console
my
command.
God. God mode, dude.
TGM.
You gotta toggle the God mode and
Toggle collisions.
yeah, I can go through things, dude. That'd be good, the greatest
No
thing
clip.
ever.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like why wouldn't anyone else just do that?
That's a good one. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna still go with quick save, quick load.
What about like the backpack that, like, it has a slot limit, but you can pretty much put anything in it. Like so many
Like
games.
there's
is
no
like,
weight to it. It's just like
yeah, there's
that
no
slot.
weight. It doesn't slow you down or anything. It's just like you have 40 slots. Put any 40 objects in the world in your backpack and call it good. Like I think that would be pretty interesting.
Well, then you'd have this whole like loot system thing going on with everything. Like if you like killed somebody and you just get like $5. It's like, wow, I don't even get the clothes he's wearing. I just get $5.
You know, I think the real world you can kill someone and get more than $5 for it. Most people,
Well,
I think,
depends
carry
on
more
who
than
you
$5.
kill. And again, that'd be covered probably with side mission, like kill this guy. You get a reward for completing the mission.
And they teach, and people say video games make you violent.
I know,
Who says
right?
that? Come
Like,
on.
All right. Well, anyone else have topics of discussion? Because I think that was pretty good. Anything else?
So we have how far in are we?
45.
46.
Okay, we still have a while.
What
We can
about
go. I mean,
Halloween? That's coming up pretty soon. That's a little over a week away.
We'll be podcasting before then.
yeah, probably
Yeah.
want to talk about something before.
We'll talk about Christmas. So, where you
Yeah.
guys planning to go for the holidays?
I'm gonna go to Cuba.
Good.
So I think you can just get a visa, like a tourist visa to Cuba. That's what my research has
Probably.
showed. I think you can just get a tourist visa now.
Yeah, I thought that the restrictions on it were being uplifted. Not uplifted completely, but at least
I think the travel restrictions were uplifted, but like the trade embargo hasn't been passed by taken down by Congress or anything like that.
We're still embargoing Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Okay.
I found it pretty shocking when I learned that a couple years ago. I was like, wait, like we're embargoing them for things that happened that long ago? Like I feel like it's not that important.
Well, you never know.
That's why if you go to Cuba, it's like going in a time machine back to like the 50s.
Yeah, where everyone drives Yugos and.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone drove Yugos in the 70s.
I'm sorry.
Or whatever. Yugos were only common in one place.
Hey, would you
The
guys
motherland.
would you guys trust a
Motherland.
self-driving car?
Would I like the Google
Not yet.
car thingy?
So like like the Tesla Model S has autopilot mode.
Oh, right.
I would trust it in a future where all cars are self-driving, not when there are other idiots on the road that the computer might not be able to avoid.
because
I would trust it in a straight line.
human error is like the number 1 cause of accidents,
Human error is an impressive
collisions. I mean,
force.
Yeah.
100%
Well,
of accurate. Maybe acts of God.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
No, what if there's like mechanical failure?
what
can
you
trace
guys-
it back to it, but generally speaking, no.
everything is America's
let's go back
fault.
to the wheel.
Okay.
So here's this fucking caveman, right? And he's,
He's
pounding
just
away
like
at the
hammering
rock.
away.
You know
at
what
this-
he was doing? He was overthinking moving something. He was just overthinking it. Why didn't he just pick it up and move it? Why do you have to get a goddamn
He's
wheel?
lazy.
Why do you have to make a wheel to move a rock that weighed 600 pounds?
And
Like,
that,
can't we
ladies
all
and
lift
gentlemen,
that?
is how Skynet was built and the mankind destroyed.
All right. Okay.
R.I.P.
Someone
mankind.
built a fucking wheel.
Yep, that's how.
That's what ruined
Discussion
humanity.
done. All
That
right.
is the
On
root
to the
of all
next
evil.
discussion. What do
Good.
we got?
So what's up with all the hype over Star Wars?
I'm not looking
Battlefront
forward
came
to it.
out, right? The open.
I brought
beta?
this up to like Brady, but even though I know it would never happen, I'd really like to see something like this just to like mess with like some of the fans. Like in movies like that, you know the good guy's gonna win, right?
Yes.
What if they don't?
If they don't, in the
What if like the end of the 7th Star Wars movie is just like all the good guys die?
Not even all of them. Just like the bad guys win, and it's for the whole trilogy
well,
because they've had two
See, that's been done before. Have you ever heard of a guy called George R. R. Martin in A Song of Ice and Fire?
Oh yeah, he did that with all of Game of Thrones,
He
right?
did that with all of Game of Thrones and all of the other series.
I don't know if you can
All
say
the
that though,
other
because like people like the people still root for those sides. Like,
Oh, that's true. Like you're saying, just like the guys that you really
like
don't.
that's like a
wanna-
medieval age where like that
So
kind of stuff is.
You're talking like Wolfenstein. Like, what if everything went Wolfenstein?
I don't know.
Like,
It was just an idea. Like, what if the dark side of the Force won for that?
I think that
Well,
a lot
people
of people
still
would be upset.
go.
I know.
some
I
people
love it,
still-
but
like, yeah.
I'm not really.
also owned by Disney. Not gonna happen.
yes, valid point. I'm
Yeah.
not really looking forward to the new Star Wars movies though. The originals, I haven't seen all of them. I've seen I think 4 of them. Actually, I've seen 5 of them because I saw one of them in Spanish, and they weren't that impressive. Like people like them because they're crappy movies.
Did
and
you
I don't
see
get
the-
Well,
that.
Did
keep
you
in
see-
mind the
did you
era
see-
they were made in.
Yeah.
Well, when they were made, I get that they were like impressive, and I get like old people are like, "Hey, this was an awesome movie. I still love it." But like new people are like, "Oh my god, it's so good." It's like, no, it's not. You love how bad it is, and I don't get that.
In my opinion, George Lucas is a pretty terrible screenwriter. But there's like the reason the 5th one's the best, and you should all agree, because the 5th one is the best.
Are you gonna say why it's the best?
Yeah, because George Lucas didn't write the script for it.
What?
Yeah, because he was like, there's something up, and he was busy during that like filming thing. So he had his like second in command write it, and then it was better. And George Lucas takes the
I
credit.
think that's a good place to leave off to end this casting of pods.
Everything you know about Star Wars has changed.
Fast 5.
Fast 5.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5.
We're the 5 somethings, whatever.